you need to care. I hope you're enjoying the summer wherever you are, because I am. And recently traveling, I'm feeling very inspired. Whenever I travel, I feel the transformations, seeing things from a different perspective. It inspires me to explain the topics that I can see clearly with the distance, and maybe we often forget about them, and we maybe don't realize what the priority is, and we're lost in the expectation. And if we're lost in the expectation, we're not gonna get there, we're not gonna get what we want. And one of the topics is caring, because I love to ask people how they really are. And the first thing that comes up, and whatever your first response is to how are you truly, how are you truly feeling, that says it all. That says it about where your awareness is right now, where your attention is, how you're thinking about this. And the shift to going from the uncomfortableness and from feeling lost to the alignment can be very easy. And that example that I came across was, no one cares. No one cares about how I feel. And that was such a strong message and inspired me to explain, no one is supposed to care, but you are. You need to know how you are. You're the one who needs to check in with you. You're the one who needs to figure that out, and from that create. Otherwise, you are creating from such non-alignment that is the expectation. And an expectation and waiting for someone to check in with you is going to create waiting. Whatever you're creating from, that's what you're creating. Okay, everything you're resonating outside is what you're going to be receiving back. It's as simple as that. But if you're creating from, I don't know, I'm waiting for someone to check in and remind me, wow, I actually need to think about how I feel for a second, then that's what you're going to be creating. The waiting, you're going to always be confirming yourself of your truth, which is, no one cares. No one cares about me. But you need to shift that. You need to shift that into, I care about myself. That's my priority, because my well-being means I'm okay. The better I am, the more I can give, the better I can take care of others around me. But if I'm not okay, or even worse, if I'm not aware how I am at all, then that's what I'm creating. I'm creating the belief no one cares. And in the low point, because this is going to be your baseline, this is going to be your starting point. But at the low moment, you're not going to be grounded. You're not going to have a place to come back to. You need to have a strong foundation in the state of well-being. You're the one creating your well-being right now, so that in the low point you can come back to yourself. You're grounded enough to not get overwhelmed by any low points. You know who you are. You know who you're becoming. That's the vision. And this helps you overcome any little seemingly obstacles or a periods of emptiness. And if you're not grounded in knowing that you're the one responsible for checking in with you, you're the one responsible for taking breaks, aware breaks, where you tune in with yourself and you're just there with yourself. You don't necessarily need to know how you are, but you need to know that if anyone needs to know how you are, it's you. If anyone needs to know how you feel, it's you. It's no one from the outside. Because once you know, then you're going to be manifesting people that will care. Because you're only going to receive what you resonate towards yourself. And if you want others to care about you, you need to be the example. You need to be the first one to care. That's no one else's responsibility to care about how you're doing, as harsh as it may sound, but it's so liberating because you no longer need to expect anyone on the outside to solve this for you. And you have the unlimited power to create such a strong bond and strong relationship with yourself, knowing that I don't need to know how I am right now, but I care. I care, and I tune in with myself. I tune in with my pain. I tune in with my relief. I tune in with my well-being. I make breaks and I listen to myself. I take time to reflect. I take time to integrate whatever's happening. But it is my responsibility to care. And this is one of the very strong pillars I see in my coachings that isn't clear. And if you're not clear on the primary thing, on the priority, which is, that's just how it is. That's the pureness of it. No matter if you've been taught otherwise, if you've been taught not to care about yourself, that's okay. But today, with all the information available and with all the possibilities, you can absolutely be well. You can be good. You can be abundant. You can be all of it at all times, because it depends only on you, how you take care of your feelings, how you care about yourself, how you do the work. This is the actual work, is tuning in with yourself, and then from that you're creating the alignment. Because if you know how you're feeling, your body will always warn you with wrong decisions. Your body will always let you know. That's the intuition. That's the tuning. It's all of it. It's all of it. All of the feeling, the sensation, all of it together is the alignment. But if you're not aware, and if you don't even take the seconds throughout the day to tune in with yourself, am I okay, or what do I need? I cannot then know what I need. I'm going to be waiting in the zone of expectation. But that's what you're manifesting. If you're expecting and waiting, you're going to be manifesting expectations and waiting. And probably connected with that will be, if you want to support the belief no one cares. Look at them. No one cares. No one asks me how I'm doing. That's because you're not asking yourself. You're neglecting your well-being. You have all the power to shift what's happening in your reality on a daily basis, in every instant. And it's only up to you how you shift that. And you can transform that anxiety in so much more peace. But expectations are a rabbit hole. Those are such an illusion, and those are such a waste of energy. Expectations and uncertainty and fear of what others think. That's the biggest consumer of your precious energy, and you're giving it away if you're not caring. And this is careless, actually. You think they are careless, but what you see is reflection of yourself. You're not caring. You're not caring enough about you, then that's what you're gonna be seeing. It's not them that need to check in with you. It's not them that need to fix you, take you out of your feelings. No one has this ability but you. No one's responsible for this but you. But you have such a superpower. You have so much you can shift in the way you feel. And then start manifesting more with joy, not from the mode of victim. The victim always stays the victim. The victim always feels insufficient and always feels like they don't have enough. And if this is what you're fortifying, then this is what the belief will be. Okay, so if you're believing you don't have enough, they don't care enough, you're always chasing something, that's what you're going to be manifesting forever and ever. You need to stop chasing and check in with you now. You need to understand everything you do is investing in yourself. And you need to learn how to work with your energy in a way that it benefits you, in order to then see your reality thrive and become abundant and become more than enough, instead of the bare minimum, the chasing. I can't has to be shifted into what else is there for me, into that curiosity. Of course I'm here for myself. And what else is there for me? What can I create from that alignment? Because I am grounded, because I know my power, because I know where I stand. But I need to know where I stand. Otherwise, I'm like those branches in the wind getting knocked off because I don't know where I stand. But that decision is yours, depending on your energetical type, depending on how you feel at the moment. Every day you decide who you want to be, and that's who you are being. You have to first be in order to have. It won't come the other way around. You're expecting to have something without you being it. If you're not caring about yourself, no one else will. But no one else can. No one else. That's what you're saying. Sending out. Okay. If you're sending out the signal of they don't care, they're not checking up with me. That's what's manifesting. That's what you're sending yourself. You're sending yourself, I don't care about my well-being. I don't care about how I am. That's selfish, actually. We think that they're selfish, but meanwhile, we're being selfish. We came here with the gift of this amazing body, with the gift of this amazing mind, with the gift of this amazing spectrum of emotions. We came here, we've been given it all. It's only up to you how you treat it. And the better care you take care of what you've been already given, that's what you already have right now, that's what's gonna become your reality. The better your reality is gonna become. But you have learned to put yourself second. You have learned to not care about yourself. And then you're expecting, you're waiting for a better life. You're expecting for better results without you giving to yourself, without you investing the energy in yourself. You cannot have more energy and a more abundant reality if you're not investing that energy into yourself. If you're not well, you cannot be wealthy without being well, without caring. Being well is about caring. I acknowledge how I feel. I acknowledge that I exist. Just tuning in with your body is so much. Just tuning in and being. I did a being practice here on my channel. Just being 5 minutes every day can bring you so much clarity. The not having to. Because if you feel like you have to, that's all you're going to be manifesting. You're going to be manifesting more of I have to, more of I have to. Instead, you want to manifest I have. I have right now. I see what I have. I am safe. I am protected. This is what you want to feel. But you are in charge of feeling that. You're in charge of deciding to care. You're the one who needs to care.